Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here and you vibe with the vibe, please like, comment and subscribe. And if you're coming back and you watch my video, if you even want somebody, thank you. Guys, I'm going to be so transparent with you all. I just recorded a video and it never is so now work. But we move. Just come home from work in my work clothes. And I'm tired, I'm exhausted. But we move. We're gonna be consistent. Um the topic for today or tonight is 10:33 currently, Monday night, is overthinking. I'm gonna be transparent. This is something that I'm struggling with currently. And I know that somebody is out there that is also struggling with overthinking as well. And it's so easy to overthink the worst case scenario. It's so easy to believe that the worst things will happen. And that is something that is happening to my mind right now. Like, some things where we just sit down and out of nowhere, if something raise my eyebrow or if my out of nowhere, my mind will just assume the worst and believe it as the worst part about it. And that's a trauma response, and that is something I have to unlearn, because when something happened to you that you think, like say for instance something happened to you and you already did think it, and when it happened it's like you say me did know. I've had a lot of those moments back in the past. I've had a lot of those me did know moments. And when you get accustomed to that, it's like it is so easy for it to become your normal. For you to say, once you think something, it's like you gotta have it in your back head. It's okay, it gonna happen because in the past, me think something and it come true, it happen. But that's not necessarily the case with everything. Can't make one story write a story forever. You don't deserve that. I'm speaking to myself as well while I'm speaking to you all. And it's so easy. Like, you could have so many things going on, so much good things going on in the day, and then one bad thing happen and you forget all the good that happened that day. It's so easy for us to dwell on negative thoughts over the good. And that is something, as I said right now, I have to unlearn. Because it's not a nice place to be. It's not a peaceful place to be. And I don't deserve that. I don't That's not the love I want to give to myself. That's not the love I want to give to people around me. And that's not the love people deserve around me, because once I overthink certain things, it's going to come with a certain energy, it's going to come with a certain negativity. That's not what I want to give off. I don't want to be that person. And that's where intentional work comes in. You see a problem within yourself. One thing, guys, as human beings, we have to self-reflect. We have to analyze. And we have to be honest with ourselves first before we can be honest with anybody else. And that is how we evolve. That is how we become better human beings, not just for ourselves, but for the people around us. I self-reflect and I look, and I have to intentionally work on this. Because it's as I said, guys, it's not a healthy place to be. It's a trauma response, especially when you're used to the worst things happening. When when good things come around, it's so hard for us to accept, because it's just like, yeah, wait for say, okay, something good happen. Wow. May I wait for the bad to happen. And guys, that's a form of manifestation. As a man think it's so easy, and that is something that we should remember. So You can sit here and you overthink the worst case scenario and you believe it. That is a form of manifestation. It doesn't necessarily mean that it was gonna happen or it gonna happen. But just by you sitting down, thinking it, believing it, it just give leeway. And we have to put a pause. We have to bind it up. We have to stop it. We have to cut it down. Because that's the devil wants. Understand? So, as I said, well, as a man think it's so easy. So, some encouragement, some advice that I would give, that I'm also giving to myself right now. The moment you find yourself dwelling, believing, leaning into a negative thought, whether it has to do with thinking the worst case scenario as it relates to something happening for you, as it relates to your relationship, as it relates to your friendships, whatever it is that you're overthinking. When a negative thought come, replace it with a positive thought. Manifest good over your life, over your mind. Remind yourself. And you know, guys, I used to do that every morning and I'm going to go back to it. Because that was the reason I started it in the first place, you know. And I'm going to go back to it. Speak over your life. Remind yourself that you have the power. God gave you the control and the power over your mind. You know, speak over your mind. I have the control to think positively. The moment you get a negative thought, speak positive. Dismiss it and say, listen, this is negativity. This is a negative thought. For instance, you go out this and you say, like, I'm afraid to cross the road because I don't want an accident. I don't want in an accident. The moment you catch yourself, don't dive deeper into that one thought. Stop yourself, check yourself intentionally and say, you know what? I'm going to cross the road. I'm going to look up and I'm going to look down as to whether or not a car is coming up and down the road. I'm going to put God before me and I'm going to cross the road because I'm protected by the Most High. As long as you're doing your part, which is looking up, looking down, you see that the road is clear, you cross the road. Don't dwell into fear, don't dwell into negativity. Don't overthink and let one thought string along a next negative thought, string along a next. The moment you find yourself, as you can grip yourself in at the moment, grip yourself. Journal, write, talk. You know, don't keep everything here, let it out. It's a blessing when you probably have a person where you can just be as transparent to say, you know, this is what I'm thinking right now. I know this is not the truth or whatever, but this is just my thought right now, you know. And if they could give a listening here without with like understanding that you know that that's not what happening, but just like an outlet, because sometimes when we keep things up in yourself, it just suck we in, you know. But if you don't have that talk to God, make God be your best friend. God, I'm having this thought right now. I'm overthinking this right now. I don't like how it feels. I'm giving this to you. Yeah, Rosie, and if you go back to that. Taking this as a message too is a very transparent video, guys. Being so authentic and real with you guys right now. You know? Yeah. So, those are my few tips and tricks that I think will help somebody. Also, sometimes you have to find and test what works for us. And yeah, that's gonna close out the video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video.